going on, guys, and welcome to Mustache Betting, the place where you become the best betting version of yourself. And welcome to the Mustache Betting Week 8 Thursday Night Football preview, where we have the Vikings and Chargers facing off against one another. We don't know exactly who is going to be playing at the helm for the Vikings, with J.J. McCarthy's status being up in the air. But regardless, if J.J. McCarthy or Carson Wentz play, I still anticipate it to be a high-scoring affair. So I love two spots, which I'll dig into later in the video. But yeah, let's first recap Week 7 of the NFL. So we end up going 4-4 on the week. Unfortunately, yesterday, two of our three players did end up getting concussed, with Mike Evans and Nico Collins. They both ended up getting concussions and getting sent off in the middle of the game. In situations like that, you don't even care about the bet. You just hope the player's all right, especially Mike Evans. He especially seemed to take quite the hard hit there. So yeah, you just hope the players are all right in that circumstance. But if you did take these props on either DraftKings, Bet365, or FanDuel, I believe they did offer a first half insurance policy for Mike Evans, where they did pay out the bet in bonus bets if the player ends up getting hurt within the first half. It's part of their competing promotion to compete with Fanatics, who also offers the same promo. Unfortunately, on Fanatics, you can't really bet more than $10 on that book, it seems, for most bettors. But yeah. So FanDuel and DraftKings, they seem to offer that insurance policy. Hopefully you were able to capitalize off it, but I will still mark it off as a loss on the channel, just because it seems to be more fair that way, because you don't know who exactly bet on what book. But so we go 4-4 on the week, and we lose 1 unit total on the week in the NFL, and we end up going minus 16.45 units total in the NFL. Again, these results, they are pretty disgusting when I look at them. I definitely am not satisfied with this type of outcome, but I have been adjusting my process, and we're finding key spots. We're doing the correct research, and all we can do is hope that the reads will follow through and that players will not get injured. There have been plenty, I think total on the season since we started, there's been about 7 players that I picked that have been injured. So we're just having we're just really rolling towards the unfortunate side of things. But I anticipate things will change. As I talk later in my video, scoring has been at an all-time low in the NFL. I anticipate that to still change throughout the second half of the season. But today, we're going to jump into my 2 best bets for this Thursday Night Football. Let's get right into it. So my first best bet of the day is going to be Ladd McConkey of the Chargers, over 55.5 receiving yards, minus 114 at FanDuel for a unit. Then we're going to take an additional 0.5 units, and we're going to throw that on him to record 70 yards as well. So 1.5 units risk total for Ladd McConkey to go over his receiving props. McConkey, he's hit this line in 6 of his last 10. And last game, he was targeted 15 times, hauling in 9 receptions for 57 yards. So this shows me right there that the volume is there, and that is what I care about, is volume. Additionally, against zone coverage, McConkey, he's been the first read option 27% of the time. Again, reinforcing the fact that the Chargers are trying to get McConkey the ball. The Vikings, they also allow the 4th most longest receptions to the wide receiver position. So there's potential for McConkey to break one here and go straight to the house. Also, McConkey, he is a zone specialist, like I said, and he has an average depth of target of 8.3. An average depth of target would refer to the amount of yards that the ball travels through from the line of scrimmage, or from the quarterback's hand, to the court where it meets the actual receiver. So the average depth of target for McConkey here is 8.3, meaning that the average time that the ball travels through the air is almost 10 yards. So for each reception that he's getting at least 8 yards, meaning that he has plenty of opportunity to break a tackle against a team that allows receivers to gain a lot of yards after the catch, and it just creates an opportunity for McConkey to really break one through and take it to the house like I expect. So I'm anticipating that McConkey is going to be able to sit in some of the weaker spots of the zone, capitalize on some of these A-dot opportunities, and take one straight to the house. I think McConkey also gets a touchdown here, if I'm being honest, but I'm not going to take that officially. I'll be fine with the latter. If McConkey can give us 70 yards, I'll be more than happy with that. I think he goes off this game specifically and probably gets around 100, but we're going to settle for 70 here. Give me Ladd McConkey to go over. And if you guys could, please like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know, do I have a funny looking face? Is there anything that's on your mind that pertains to this NFL season and how it's been going so far? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to chat. Aside from that, if you guys could please make sure you have notifications turned on so that you are not missing out on any of the value of my plays. If you don't have notifications on, you may not see the videos as soon as they come out, and the lines are always subject to move. I've pretty much gotten closing line value on every single play that I've posted this year, despite the terrible record that I have. We're getting the value, but I can't guarantee that you guys will lock in these prices unless you're able to watch the videos as soon as they're released. So just make sure you have those notifications turned on if you're subscribed to the channel. Aside from that, thanks. So my second best bet of the day is going to be Justin Jefferson over 79.5 receiving yards, -114 at FanDuel for a unit. Then we're going to take an additional 0.5 units and throw that on him to record 90 yards as well at +128 odds for a total of 1.5 units risk. Justin, he's hit this line in 5 of his last 10, and his line at this price, it shows how much scoring has been down in the NFL as a whole, because last year this line, think about it, it was at around 97 to 100. So for it to be down this year, despite the quarterback uncertainty, I think that says a lot about where scoring is. But JJ McCarthy, he is expected to play, and honestly, I love this play regardless of whether or not JJ McCarthy plays or Carson Wentz continues to play, because I think we're getting added extra value due to the quarterback uncertainty. Justin Jefferson, he had 10 targets last game, and he hauled in 5 of his last 10, and that was with Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell circling him all game. So I think this game plan is going to be no different than it was before, and that is to get Justin Jefferson involved. The Chargers, they play zone coverage 78% of the time, and Jefferson, he's been the first read option 35% of the time. The game plan each game, like I said, it's to get Jefferson the ball and to get him involved, and I believe this game it's going to be no different. Here's why. Los Angeles, they allow the 7th most receiving yards after the catch to the wide receiver position, and Jefferson, after first initial contact, he earns 8.4 yards per catch, and that is after contact. So I believe the plan is going to be this game, like I said, get the ball in Jefferson's hands and have him just juke out a few people, make a few moves, and just do what he does best, which is create separation and exploit defenses when he has the ball in his hands. So whether that's through wide receiver screens or slant and go routes, slow go routes as we like to call them, give me Jefferson to exploit this defense, like I said, and go over. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. So to recap everything, we have 2 mini ladders. We have Ladd McConkey to go over his receiving yard base, and then we have him to record 70 yards, and then we have Justin Jefferson to go over his receiving yard base, and then we have him also to record 90 yards, both 1.5 total units risk. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. It's been an exciting week 7 of the NFL. Hopefully week 8 can be even more exciting. Hopefully we can bring the dog out a few times this week. Let's get some sweeps here, and let's have Justin Jefferson and Ladd McConkey to take us home, start the week off right on Thursday Night Football. Aside from that, guys, be safe. I'll see you all tomorrow with my NBA video. Take care, guys.